Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about what the F would y'all have done with my wife if I wasn't with her. TikToker says his wife's delivery customers expected her to come alone, warns safety concerns for women delivery drivers. So, as we all know, safety in the gig economy has been questionable at best. And now this person is raising the concerns of ladies in the gig economy. I think that a lot of ladies chose this type of work because of the higher level of safety than that of a corporate office or rideshare, because the closer proximity you are to men or just people in general, the more liable you are to being in those type of situations where your safety is at risk. I want to talk about what he's saying, how it actually is, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A TikToker has gone viral after sharing his concerns about the safety of women delivery drivers, citing an experience he had with his wife. You know, you gotta know that a husband really cares about his wife when he's willing to go doing the gig work life with her and power coupling it through making money and doing the work it takes to win. In the video, user Suge, Thabigsuge, explains that his wife works for a company that delivers food. One day, she picked up an order and he decided to join her in that delivery as they were already together. I'm surprised he didn't mention the company itself. Was it Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub? Just a company? That is a very weird thing to see, actually speaking. Before we even get to his location, he sends her a message telling her to come through the alleyway like the back of the house. Surge recalls, to me, that raised a red flag. It's not unheard of for customers to actually request to have the order delivered to the back of the house or something like that, especially if it's like a duplex or quadruplex or something like that, or even an Airbnb, because that can actually be where their entryway is. Once they arrived in front of the house, Suge and his wife observed that the orderer was already outside of his house. You gotta love those kind of customers. You know they're excited to get their food if they're willing to come meet you at the freaking road. Hey, you want me to leave it at the door, right? You want me to take a picture and leave it at the door, right? No, I'll come meet you outside. As we approached him, he asked her, "Why do you have a man with you?" "I was expecting you to come by yourself," Suge states. That is kind of creepy, actually. I understand that it's a little weird to see multiple people delivering together, but why do you have to notate that it's a man going with her? If it was two girls, would it be such a big deal? What are you trying to do, dude? That raises a red flag with me. At this point, another man came out of the house wearing no shirt. Suge responded by opening his door and asking if there was a problem, at which point they both went into the house. One person came out, and then another person came out a moment later, and then Suge stepped out of his car and said if there's a problem, and then the two people that came out of the house went back into the house. Honestly, I would be super sketched out too. So now I'm questioning what the F y'all would have done with my wife if I wasn't with her. He asks in the video's conclusion. In the caption, he adds, "Please protect yourself." Facts, man. Like, I felt a little concerned for their safety at that point. Honestly, I was a little concerned for your safety. That wasn't even just about her. What, were they gonna fight you or something? And then you stood out of your car and they realized I effed up. The video currently has nearly 400,000 views. The things you do for content, huh? I'm also going to leave his TikTok in the description as well as his profile so you can develop your own opinions. I feel like I didn't say that earlier. In the comments, users echoed Surge's sentiment, with many citing safety concerns as a reason that they quit driving for delivery services or have implemented other measures to protect themselves. Safety is one of those things in the gig economy that it should be a little obvious that you should protect yourself, but if you don't, it's what it is. This is why I stopped doing Instacart, one user wrote. Yeah, I think a lot of ladies end up defaulting to Instacart too, because number one, it's less driving. Number two, it's shopping, which is therapeutic for some. And three, some people believe it's more money. I've actually been doing a little bit more Instacart recently myself. It's less risk because you're doing less orders to actually reach the goal. However, if people are concerned for their safety at this point, is it even worth it? Probably not. I use my husband's account for this reason, so they always think I'm a man is showing up, another claimed. That could get you deactivated, but sure. I mean, I guess that's a good way to do things. Yep, same with Amazon. I never went to the back door. I throw that ish across the fence, a further user stated. That's gonna get you a bad rating and poor reviews. Probably get you deactivated on Amazon or fired or something to that effect. I don't blame you for feeling the way you feel, but it's probably gonna cause more harm to you than good. And this is why I stopped doing DoorDash. Starting to feel too risky. An additional TikToker explained. Yeah, since DoorDash is messing around with base pay, all of the quality programs are starting to be a problem now. And DoorDash is just playing games with their drivers. Starting to wonder if it's risky to even go back, even if I do decide to go back at one point. Others speculated that maybe Suge's presence in the car wasn't incidental, claiming that there were higher forces at work that brought him along with his wife that day. Before we start on this final section of the article, I do want to be clear, this is not a religious channel. This is not going to be a religious channel. I don't want to talk about the validity of there being a god or something like that. That's not the purpose of this channel. This is just not the place to talk about that or have that debate. I get the feeling you randomly decide to take her. Wasn't quite random at all, a commenter shared. Everything happens for a reason. I feel like that's just gut instinct of a husband. Would that just be a gut instinct thing? Like if you truly care about something and something don't feel right, you start to take action on your side? I don't know. I'm a very single guy. I really never had that feeling personally, but that's just me. That wasn't nothing but God that made you want to take her, another TikToker said. It could be. Suge noted in the comments that his wife reported the incident to her delivery company. There's probably nothing that's going to come out of that, realistically speaking. There's just nothing that's going to come out from that. Especially if it's like DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, there's nothing coming out of that. In my opinion, it's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think safety in the gig economy is something that has been compromised for a long time between car theft, personal safety, people getting mugged, people getting robbed. That's why a lot of DoorDash drivers actually don't really carry a lot of cash on them. I understand where the concern comes from. I think this guy made a good call going with his wife this time. But here's another question. Is she going to continue driving for that company, or is he just going to partner with her for the remainder of the time? I don't know. But I will say this. Thabigsuge, you did a good thing, man. And not to mention, you have an awesome shirt, too. Stay safe out there, drivers. You don't know who you're delivering to at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!